Peace and blessings. Welcome to Dominus Mentality. I'm grateful and thankful for another opportunity to speak to the YouTube family, speak to all those who view in, all those who have a dominus mentality. I thank you that you continue to view, you continue to like, and you continue to share. I'm very, very grateful for all the viewers. God bless you. God bless your family. I want to talk about mental health. I want to talk about mental health. Mental health is serious. Mental health is real. And I just want you, my brothers and sisters, to be aware of your mental health. Be aware of your mental health. There's so many thoughts that go through our mind. So many thoughts. Some thoughts are random. They come from out of nowhere. Where did that come from? Just random thoughts. And if we don't know how to control a thought or refocus when it comes to that thought, we may allow that thought to take over us. We may allow that thought to influence our decisions and choices that we make. So we got to be careful about the thoughts, because what happens in time is that your dominant thoughts is going to produce the feeling and the emotion that will lead to action. So we got to be very careful with our thoughts. And a lot of times people really don't challenge their thoughts. They just let them come, let them enter, and let them take over. And this what affects your mental health, because with the world being negative and the world being evil and lustful and jealous and pride and competitive, and so much things going on with racism and prejudice and poverty, is so much going on. So when you have all of these thoughts and the pressure of life, the stress of life, paying your bills, taking care of children, trying to be a good man, good woman, good spouse, good husband, good wife, people in school trying to get their education, there's just so much going on, so much on the mind, so much on the brain. And we got to be very careful of the thoughts that we entertain. Even when it comes to TV and radio, whatever you listening to or whatever you watching, it comes here. And if it sits here long enough, it comes here. It gets right there in the heart. And once it's in the heart, it goes from the conscience to the subconscious. And once it's in the subconscious, it sticks around. And that's where things begin to fester and come out of nowhere sometimes. You're like, where'd that come from? But it started there, it sat around, then it started just layering up in here, and before you know it, boom, there it go. And this is what happens with a lot of people that's diagnosed with mental health issues and things like that. The first response usually is medication. That's what people take, medication to treat their mental health illness. So I'm not knocking medication. Medication has helped individuals. But if we be honest, when it comes to mental health, when it comes to the psych, and it comes to just these different diagnoses and these different mental health issues, medication is not curing people. That's just the bottom line. People are not being cured. And that's a problem. What I'm finding is a lot of people is on a lot of medication for years, but they're not cured. And some medication can, help people with sleep. Some medication can give people a little more boost of energy. Medication has its pros and it has its cons. But mental health, we gotta challenge this mind. We gotta challenge these thoughts. We gotta renew these thoughts and renew the mind. Because if we don't reprogram this mind, then this mind can lead us to our ruins. So it's on us to get the information that we need to renew our mind, to get the knowledge, to get the truth, so that we can renew our mind, learning how to combat evil, negative thoughts, knowing how to refocus. So there's things that I consider the right focus, and there's things that I consider the wrong focus. I want you to think real quick, those who are viewing, what is the wrong focus for you? Think about it. What's the wrong focus for you? And not only that, what is the right focus for you? What's the right focus? So I just give quick examples. The wrong focus is focusing on other people's business. The wrong focus is focusing on gossip. The wrong focus is focusing on lies. All of that is the wrong focus. The right focus is focusing on the truth, focusing on your priorities, focusing on your business, focusing on your goals. That's the right focus. So again, it may vary from different people, wrong focus from right focus, but I tell you this, if your mind is on the wrong thing and you have the wrong focus, it's going to influence your decisions and the choices that you make. So be very careful of what you focus on. A lot of issues we have are focus issues. We focus on the wrong thing. And this sounds simple, but it may be hard from some. All you gotta do is refocus, change the focus. Instead of focusing on a problem, focus on a solution. Now that sounds simple, but it does take work because you gotta challenge the brain. Sometimes the problem can be overwhelming. So overwhelming that you're not thinking solution, all you're thinking is problem. But that is not how you overcome. You gotta switch your focus. Even when it comes to hurt and pain and betrayal, all of these things is real. They will impact our life. We're gonna have feelings about it, not knocking it. But the cure, we gotta refocus. And we gotta focus on the right thing. That's the key. There's something else I consider. You have a low level of thinking versus a high level of thinking. And a lot of people, unfortunately, have a low level of thinking. And that may come from the environment, lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, misinformed, so many different things that cause us to have a low level of thinking. And even poverty plays a major role in that. Sometimes you feel like, I don't have nothing, I can't get nothing, and you begin to think like that. It comes from how you was raised, so to say. But those who was able to overcome poverty, even though they was in poverty and even though they were struggling, they had a focus saying, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to build. I'm going to do what I need to do to get out of this. The way some people just focus on what we don't have and, bad environments, bad this, bad that, bad family, bad experiences. And again, I'm not saying these things not true, but if we stay with that mindset and we allow the things of the past and the things that we've been through to hinder our growth, it's going to affect us in a negative way. So in closing, I just want us to have the right focus. And I want you to take the time to allow yourself to realize for yourself individually, what is the right focus for me? I want you to take that serious, what I'm saying. Ask yourself, what is really the right focus for you? What do you need to be focusing on right now? And also, what do you need to stop focusing on? So again, there's a difference between the right focus and the wrong focus. And the wrong focus can affect your mental health. The wrong focus can affect your mental health. We also want to do the best that we can to challenge every negative thought, every corrupt thought, every thought of doubt, every thought that tells us we can't do it. We want to challenge it. We want to challenge it. Listen, I'm human. I go through it. I get all type of thoughts that try to get me out of here, so to say, try to cast me down, have me walk with the spirit of darkness, but I won't allow it. I don't care what thoughts come to me. I dominate my thoughts because I have a dominance mentality, and I recommend you do the same. And my greatest help comes from the Most High God. My greatest help comes from prayer. My greatest help comes from the Word and the Spirit of God that is in me. It helps me tremendously when it comes to challenging these negative thoughts and challenging this negative energy. And we all go through it. As humans, we all go through so many thoughts throughout the day. If we be honest, we don't want people to know some of the things we think about. Some of the things we think about is whoa. But the key is, if we don't act them out and we get our mind in the place it needs to be, and we carry out righteousness and we carry out love and we move in peace and joy, then we're going to be just fine. So again, change your thinking, change your life, change your mentality, change your reality, and let's have a dominance mentality. Peace and blessings.